of Nigeria, chairman of board of benchers, an old man like this doesn't know the law. You don't know the law.
I'll give the petition.
I have petition against her. Nonsense. Nonsense. Why is it when it comes to my case, they turn the law upside down? They turn the law upside down. Upside down. Upside down.
The rules.
Who are not educated. I am an educated man. He did something in my case. I accused him. He was on this official. I asked him to recuse himself. Why did the chief judge insist I must hear it? He left my case.
Okay, listen. If anybody is not happy,
yes,
then you need to go and
no, I cannot. Because I have a cause. I have a cause. You have recused yourself. I have a cause. Anybody who disagrees with this order of court, going to appeal court. That's what you told me all the time. You are from this official. You cannot decide over this case number again. Not in this life. You cannot. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. A woman here cannot force this court to preside on my case. You cannot. Not today, not till forever. You are recused and you stand recused. Tell the chief judge. Nnamdi Kanu said, go on appeal. I recused him from my case. The state recused Justice Nyako from my case. I did not insist Adama must hear my case. I never insisted. So why must you insist to hear my case? I don't want you in my case. I don't need you in my case. You are biased. You are biased if I don't be in my case. A woman should do the right thing. The chairman of the board of benchers was a bishop. It's impropriety. Nowhere in the world is such nonsense done. You cannot be hobnobbing with lawyers, hobnobbing with justices, and you're presenting their case. It's shameful. Absolutely shameful. Shameful. This is not a court of law. This is a shrine to injustice. And I will not subject myself to it. You stand recused and you must take my case. You cannot try me.
Justice Binta Nyako and the judicial shackles of power. The travails of a judge caught in the crossfire. Justice Binta Nyako, a seasoned legal mind, once commanded respect in Nigeria's judicial landscape. Rising through the ranks to become a federal high court judge, she stood as a beacon of law and justice, until fate dealt her a precarious hand. Now, she is not only struggling with the complexities of Nnamdi Kanu's trial, but is also trapped between the rule of law and the flames of injustice, with the weight of her family's future hanging over her head. Her predicament is not a mere battle of legal principles. It is a war of survival. On one hand, she must uphold the law. On the other, the shadows of power whisper threats against her family. Justice Nyako's impartiality in Kanu's trial has long been questioned, not because she lacks legal expertise, far from it. If anything, she understands the law too well. She knows that the very foundation of the case against Kanu crumbled the moment he was abducted from Kenya in 2021, in violation of international law. A man cannot be tried under a system that broke the law to bring him to trial. The doctrine of clean hands states that he who seeks justice must come with clean hands, but the Nigerian government's hands are soaked in the illegality of extraordinary rendition. This was why Kanu's legal team had continuously objected to the proceedings, insisting that the trial itself was a legal farce. Even Binta Nyako knew this. She was never ignorant of the law. She was simply shackled by forces beyond her control. In September 2024, after enduring constant pushback and a direct lack of confidence objection from Kanu, Justice Nyako made a significant move. She recused herself from the case. She forwarded the case file to the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, signaling that she could no longer preside over the matter. That should have been the end of her involvement. However, the system had other plans. By December 2024, Kanu's legal team, frustrated by the government's refusal to either reassign the case or release him, formally petitioned the chief judge, demanding that another judge handle the case. The expectation was clear. Once a judge recuses themselves, the case must be assigned to a different judicial officer. Yet, in a shocking turn of events, the chief judge, rather than assigning the case to another judge, sent it right back to Justice Nyako. Why? Was this a sign that the judiciary itself was compromised? Was the chief judge merely a puppet, acting under instructions from the same political forces that sought to jail Kanu at all costs? Or was this a demonstration of how deep Nigeria's judicial rot had become, where even a judge's voluntary withdrawal from a case could be disregarded? Kanu's legal team, stunned by the move, raised the alarm. How could a judge who had admitted she could no longer handle the case be forced back onto it? If Binta Nyako had recused herself, then who was pressuring her to return? Was this the final proof that she was merely a pawn in a high-stakes game of political chess? Even if one sets aside the bizarre judicial maneuverings, the case against Kanu was dead on arrival. The entire foundation of the trial was built on quicksand. Nnamdi Kanu was not arrested. He was kidnapped. In 2021, he was abducted from Kenya in a clear violation of international extradition laws. Under normal legal standards, this single act should have rendered any case against him invalid. No court that respects due process can prosecute a case founded on illegal abduction. Nigeria ignored this fundamental legal principle, yet it expects the world to recognize its proceedings as legitimate. It is akin to a kidnapper dragging a victim into a courthouse and demanding that the law punish them. The hypocrisy is staggering. Justice Nyako is well aware of this. She does not need Nnamdi Kanu to teach her the law in court. She has spent years studying, practicing, and interpreting it. But knowing the law and being able to enforce it are two different things. Every time Kanu shouts in court, she whispers, "Take it easy." This is not the voice of a judge in control. It is the voice of a woman who knows she is stuck between the law and the expectations of those who hold power over her, stuck between upholding justice and securing the safety of her husband and son who are facing possible jail time over corruption charges. Like Pontius Pilate, she longs to wash her hands clean, but instead of water, they have given her the blood of her own family to cleanse herself with. Justice Nyako cannot sleep at night. The forces of power whisper to her in the dark, "If you do not convict him, your family will suffer." The case against Kanu is no longer about legal principles. It is a show trial, an orchestrated performance meant to achieve a political goal. The PDP and APC, two sides of the same corrupt coin, lurk in the background, ensuring that the scales of justice are permanently tilted. Nigeria is witnessing not just a trial, but a courtroom drama, where the judge is as much a prisoner as the accused. The real question is no longer about whether Nnamdi Kanu will be convicted. The question is, can justice still exist in Nigeria's courts? Justice Binta Nyako's plight is a tragic one. She once stood as a symbol of legal excellence, but now she has become a cautionary tale, a judge trapped in a courtroom of political persecution, a woman caught in the crossfire of power and conscience. Her legacy, like the case before her, is already tainted, and whether she convicts Kanu or not, history will remember her as the judge who stood at the crossroads of justice and oppression and chose the latter. At Majestic TV, we bring you fearless journalism and unfiltered truths. If you found this analysis insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on critical issues shaping our world. Together, let's keep the conversation alive. Justice must not only be served, it must be seen to be served. Subscribe to Majestic TV now.
He sat on appeal. I took him to NJC and accused him. Why did he not say I must sit on the case? Why in the case of his lordship is he insisting? He wants to embarrass her. He wants to embarrass your lordship by asking her to come and sit on this case. Is that what you're saying? There's an order. Give it to him. He doesn't have it. Give him an order of court. It's an order of court. Give it to him. He doesn't have it. Yeah. An order. Give it. He doesn't have it. It's an order of court. It's an order of court. For the benefit of the woman, because he says she doesn't know the law. So I will tell him, this is national judicial policy of this country. Please give them a copy each. National judicial policy of Nigeria. National judicial policy. I will tell you what it says. Because you don't know, I will tell you. Talking about member from the chief judge of the High Court. Judicial policy of Nigeria. 1C. I'm reading. Verbatim. In the performance of judicial functions, the judge is subject only to the law and must only consider the law. The rule of law in every common law jurisdiction in the world is that once an order of court is entered, the only way to set aside is by going on appeal. That's the rule of law. But it's not advocate, you don't know. I will go to see. A judge must not take or attempt to take orders or instructions of any kind from anyone, even the chief judge, from anybody that may influence his decisions in the performance of the judicial function. It means that his lordship having entered an order of court, a decision between myself and her,